board and we will get started with our warm-up. So, fitness Pilates, mid-afternoon workout. Get going. Hopefully you can see me well. I'm just going to move my camera there. Fabulous. Okay, good job. So, well, as usual, we start standing and then we'll make our way down to the mat. So let's begin with our feet hip distance apart. Guys, by the way, remember, if there's any issues, any kind of sound issues, I don't know because I can't hear you. So if you can just put it in the chat box and there's a little red dot that appears. And when that red dot appears, I know to come and look at it and make sure that everything's as it should be. All righty. Okay, so feet hip distance, spread the toes nice and wide, knees are soft, and just tilting the pelvis forward. So that little tilt with the pubic bone, just tucking forwards, a nice connection through our core. So we're ready to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we draw those abdominals in. So we'll inhale, exhale as we lower the arms. And again, breathing in through the nose, a nice long stretch, and exhaling out through the mouth. And again, breath in. And release. Lovely. One more time, inhale. And now as you lower the arms, bring them forwards and down. Bring the chin to the chest, rolling forwards. Just allow the head and shoulders to release and relax. Take a nice long breath in here at the bottom. And then as we breathe out, roll up through the back, slowly coming up into standing. Rolling the shoulders back. Good. Inhale, lift the arms in. Breathe out through the fingertips. Again, release, chin down to chest and release back. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. Drawing the abdominal muscles in, rolling the shoulders back and down. Breathing in, breathing out. Just nice and slowly, nice and smooth, just warming the body up to begin with. Coming up. Just roll the shoulders. Now just give me 4 rolls here. 4, 3, and 1. Circle both arms around for 4. 3, really nice and wide stretch. 2 and 1. Bring the arms together to the front, elbows touch, lift the fingers up to the ceiling, lift up. Give me a bow forwards, elbows into the belly. Good, lift and stand up. Take the arms out to the side, pec deck, squeeze the elbows in for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stay here, turn the hands down and up for 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now bring again the arms together, elbows up, push the hands up, keep those forearms together, lift, inhale, exhale, bring the elbows into the belly, bow forwards. Good. Back into center position, pec deck here, and again squeeze the elbows back. So we're really trying to get those shoulder blades to pinch together at the back. Good. And then last one, turn down for 4 and 3 and 2. You can hear the shoulders. You feel those shoulders start to really mobilize. Then take the hands to the outside, palms facing up. And we're just going to do our dumb waiter now. So again, creating some nice movement in the shoulders, palms facing up, and just switching the hand position at the top. So you've got your right hand at the top, left hand. 2 more, 1 more, and release. Now turn the palms up and down, up and down. So rotate the arm as much as you can to get that moving through the shoulders. Squeeze. Good. 2 more here. Turn. 1. Release the arms down by your side. Good. Bend the knees, inhale into a chair pose, arms up, palms up to the ceiling. Lift the chest. Push the tailbone back and down. Sink the weight into the heels. Good. And then release and lift. So we're going to do that again a few more times. So we inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale. In. Release. In. And release, breath in, good. Let's go for one more here. Inhale, hold, elbows into the ribs, W, V, W, squeeze up to the ceiling. Press those shoulder blades down into the pockets. Visualize those muscles really starting to activate. Squeeze. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Two more here. Good. One more. And down. Roll forwards. Good. Let the arms relax. Down. Let the arms go heavy. Let the head relax. Nod the head yes and no. Just turning side to side. Chin to chest. Release, release, release. That feels good. Allow the facial muscles to relax. Through the jaw. Good. And then from here, bring the hands to center. We're going to grab our elbows and just draw a circle around the feet. Just nice, slow, smooth movements here. Allow the hips to roll with the arms side to side. Good. It's a nice way to just open the lower back. Tension there. Good. And now bring the hands into the middle. Pop your fingertips onto the mat and crouch down and bend the knees. So the knees are parallel. They're not sticking out like this. Okay. Fingertips on the mat. We're going to lift and push up onto your tiptoes now. I want you to lift right up. Lift that tailbone to the sky and then bend the knees and lower. And again, we lift and push up, tiptoes right up and release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze and lift. Feel the muscles start to get warmer through the legs. Down and lift. Good. Two more here. And lift. Good. Now bring the heels to the floor. Release it. Breathe in. Roll up. Breathe out. And again, just coming up gradually. Slowly lifting the head. Roll the shoulders again for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Now this time, again, just correcting the position and posture of the pelvis. Tuck the tailbone in, abdominals brace, shoulders are back and down. Let's take the hands to chest now. Right hand on top of left. We're going to twist and then squeeze the glutes and lift. Twist again to the other side. Squeeze. Lift. Squeeze. And lift. Now this time, keep the hands in position, but I want you to bring your heels together. So now super glue your heels in, your thighs together. Your buttocks are now squeezing and clenching, so you've got more resistance. Ready again, twisting to the right side. Lift and extend. Twist. Now change the hand position, so your other hand's on the top. Twist. Twist. Really good. 2 more of these. Up. Lift and down. Release. Perfect. Bend the knees. So little plie squats now. Keeping the head and chest up. Squeeze those inner thighs as you come into standing. Down and lift. Down and lift. Good. Changing the arms. Up and release. Now, if you've got shoulder issues and you find it hard to get your arm above the head, then just do what you can. Just take the arms out to the side if that feels a bit better. Do what feels good for you. When we're doing all these plie squats, you can really feel the hips, the knees and the ankles start to release. Good. 2 more. I would like you to step to the side. Now I'm going to go to the right side. And I'm hoping that you're going in the same direction. Okay, so we step to the side, plie squat, arms forwards, sink the tailbone to the mat, head and chest up, stand up or keep the head up nice and tall and straight. Keep the spine nice and long. Leaning forwards. Good. Down for 3 and 2 and 1. Team, we're going to do the same on the other leg. So step wide, 2 and 1, slide together to the right side. So the toes are tracking out to the corners, sliding in, other side, step wide, 2, 3. Let's bring it in, and again, other leg, wide, 2, 3, sliding in and out, 2, 3, sliding in. Really drive up with those thighs now, working the muscles in the legs, sliding in. So the heels still come together in the middle. 2, 3. One more on the other side. Your legs are getting warmer now. And in. Heels together, toes out. Lift the arms, extend up. Arms into ears. Leaning to the right side. Tap that right hand down and tap the fingertips. I hope I'm not heavy breathing on you. I was watching a recording back and I'm like, the Grim Reaper. So I'm really conscious of that now. Okay, let's take the arms up to the top. Inhale, exhale to the other side, push the hip out. And again, tap and lift, tap and lift. Keep the head up, face up, shoulder open. Good, a few more. 2 and 1. Lift, inhale. Elbows down, elbows together in the front. Elbows back, elbows up, elbows down, together, out, and lift. So we're creating like a little W, and then that turns into a pec deck. Yep. So it's a W, then elbows in, and wide, and lift, and down, up. Oh, I forgot, I've lost my rhythm there. And out. So it's up, and out, together, and in. Yes, I got it. Up, and out, together, and back. Well done. Release the arms down. Perfect. Now I'd like to come up onto your toes and lower. Toes and lower. So now moving back into the lower leg. Squeeze into the balls of the feet. Wonderful. You need to really bring those abdominals in to help with this. These are your stabilizer muscles. These are going to help your balance. Squeeze and contract your gluteal muscles. Good. 4 more here. 3 more. 1 and release. Well done. Bring the feet back into center position. Pedal the knees, pedal the feet, and just allow the hips to move. Just release. Jump. Okay, so just rocking into the toes. Now again, I want you to do a quick calf raise. We'll do 4 calf raises. So if you bring the heels down, then lift up and lift the toes, lift the heels, lift the toes. Spread them really wide. Stretch your feet. Lift. Up. 1 more here. Lift and down. Good. And release it. Well done. Circle the knee around and just start to open the hip a little bit more. Changing direction as you do that. Right, and we'll do that on the other leg. Good, and again reverse. And center. Perfect, well done. Let's get ready to come onto the mat now. We're going to do come into a downward dog. So with your position, feet hip distance, let's bend the knees to take a breath in, lift the arms up. And bring the hands down and lower the chin. Head rolls forwards. Down we go towards the mat. Take a breath in. And now as you breathe out, just walk the hands out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're creating that lovely triangle. Hips elevated. Tailbone lifting. Armpits pressing towards the mat.
fingers and toes forwards. And remember, spread the fingers wide. Use your knuckles. Good. Draw the abdominals in, your navel pulling into the spine, your tailbone pushing up to the sky, and your eyes are looking at your thighs. So we are not looking forwards. The arms are framing the head beautifully, just like a Mona Lisa. Yes. Okay, here we go. We lift up the heels, so we're onto our tiptoes, and then we lower down, exhale. And we lift up onto the toes, inhale, and lower, exhale. Again, lift the heels, lower, one more here, lift, and down. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Now lift up the heels, bend the knees, drop them to the mat, lift back up into the down dog, and push the heels to the floor. So we're creating this tabletop movement now as you tap the mat with your knees and then back up into the downward dog. Lift, inhale, tap down, lift up. So your body weight is shifting forwards, moving more into the upper arms. Good. And the shoulders, lift up, bend the knees, tap down. You've got one more here. Tap down and lift. Now come into plank. Stay into plank position. If you need to adjust your hands, if it's too uncomfortable on your wrists, then come into a fist. So you can straighten the wrists out if that feels a bit better for you. Okay, so you've got the option there. Keep your hips square to the floor so you're not dropping. Your back is flat. Your right knee comes into chest, and then the right leg comes up to the sky. Point the toes, open the hip, lift that leg up. Good. We're going to do that again for 4. So knee to chest, squeeze in, extend, and lift. Again, knee to chest, body weight forwards, and then shift it back, lift the leg up, straight as a broomstick. Good. Breathing out as you come in as you lengthen and lift the leg. Good. Now stay here. I want you to bend the knee, flex the foot, and open the hip. Just allow that leg to drop behind. Really opening the hip there, stretch. Good, and release. Pop the feet to the floor, bend the knees. Quick release before we switch sides. Give your fingers a little wiggle, circle the hands around if you want to there, just to release the wrist a little bit. That feels good. Okay, so when you're ready, back up into plank, curl the toes under, hips square to the mat. When you're ready, focus, left knee to chest, squeeze in, exhale. Lift up, push up and stretch. Inhale, exhale. Yep, pushing up and lift. Good. Keeping the hips to the floor so your hip bones are facing downwards. You're not twisting at the moment. Squeeze in and lift. Good. One more here. Lift and hold, up, bend the knee, flex the foot, allow that heel to drop back. So now we are twisting, we're opening the hip. Let the weight of the leg just drop behind. Good. And release back into the mat and down onto the knees. Great job. Little release here again. Just sit the weight back into your heels. Release the hands. Awesome. And now I'd like you to scoop forward. So palms onto the mat. We lift up onto the knees, and I want you to bend your elbows. If you're going to scoop the head forwards and look up at the sky, shoulders back. Yes, crown of the head to the sky, lift. Good. And then release and sit back. Let your fingertips really lengthen and walk towards the end of the mat here. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you lift, bend the elbow so your chest scoops towards the mat. And lovely. Inhale and release. Sit back. Good. And again, scoop forwards, chest to the floor. Extend up. So lots of power driven here from the upper body, chest, shoulders and arms. Sit back. You've got one more of those.
Breathe in, release, exhale, chest and lift up. Good. And bend your elbows, lower the belly to the floor now. Good. I'm just going to turn here. Lower the belly to the floor. Arms are going to come out to a square. So you've got your elbows at right angles. Your head is down, face towards the mat. Lift the elbows up to the sky and then lower. So I always, always try and create an analogy. If you can, get my teeth in. Imagine that your wrists and your elbows are attached to a piece of string and someone is pulling them up. So you're like a puppet on a string. Your elbows, wrists are lifting and your shoulder blades starting to pinch. Now I want you to start to lift the chest a little bit more here. So including a little bit more of a back extension. So we lift, release, and lift, and release. Squeeze, and down. You've got one more here. Squeeze, and release. Great job. Now just pop your hands under your forehead so you're using them as a cushion under the forehead. Just let the head rest. Okay. Legs. Take them wide. Take them out to the corners of the mat. Straighten them out. Point your toes. Now we're going to lift your right leg up and lower. Lift the left leg up and lower. And down. Lift and down. Good. Squeeze. So keeping the legs straight at the moment. Good. Toes pointing. One more on the left. Now I want you to bend the knees this time and flex your feet. Push the sole of your foot up to the ceiling. Keep the legs wide and lift your right knee off the floor. Lift your left knee off the floor. Again, alternating each side. Squeeze and push up. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Good. And you can really feel this working through the glutes, through the lower back. Good. One more of each. Release. Now bring the knees together. And I want you to lift, again, right and left, alternating each leg. Lift right knee up, left knee up. Keep the knees bent. Just let the head rest. Relax the head and neck. There's no tension in the upper half of the body here. Squeeze. Now, both legs together. We're going to do this 4 times if you can. If it's too much, stick to singles. Okay? Both knees push up, lift, up, and release. Take that breath in. Take your time. Exhale, push up. Good. So the heels together. Try and keep the knees as close together as you can. Lift and squeeze. And release. Down. We'll do one more. Let's do one more. Squeeze and lift and release. Fantastic. And relax. Feet down. Nice work, everybody. I'd like you to just turn over onto your back. To your back. Are you doing all right? I can see you all. Hopefully you can see me okay. I'm just going to move this further forward slightly. So we've got a better view. So we're on our back. I'll soon find out. Okay, head and shoulders down. Let's focus on these abdominal muscles now. Arms are by your side, shoulders back and down,
tuck the chin slightly forwards, and remember, we're really starting to focus on the whole of your midsection. So breathe in to begin. As you breathe out, start to draw and zip up the abdominal wall. So you're zipping them up, drawing down into the spine, lifting up and in through the pelvic floor muscles. Good. Now we're going to lift the knees up into tabletop. And to do this, I want you to bring the heels of your hand to the top of the knee. So that's where the feet should be. That's your tabletop position. Okay, and then just let the hands rest. I want you to tap your feet one at a time with control. So really, add resistance. You're not letting them drop. Muscles start to activate in the lower belly. Keep them in. Breathing in as we lower, out as we lift. In as we lower, out as we lift. So I'm just going to layer on the options as we go along. So the next option, we're going to add the arms. And as you lower your feet, your arms lower to the back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So just becoming aware of what's happening in your abdominals now. Work those deeper internal muscles as well, the pelvic floor muscles. So everything down below is really bracing, squeezing in, stronger. Now, if you can, we're going to lower both feet together at the same time, just halfway, and then lift the knees into the chest and tap the ankles. Lower halfway, in and tap. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. So the head can stay down on the mat at the moment. You're not lifting the head up. Focus on the breath. Inhale, exhale. Good. You've got one more here. Halfway down, lift up and hold. Now lengthen the legs out, stretch. Slide your hands up, reach towards your ankles, stretch and lift. And then take the arms and the legs out, just about halfway. Inhale, lift, exhale, lift the shoulders, squeeze, try and touch your ankles. Can you reach your toes? Ooh, you can if you flex your feet. And release, halfway down, breathing in. Lift, breathing out, lift up, 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 up. And release, inhale, halfway down. Exhale, we lift up. Fabulous, let's go again. Really feeling these muscles becoming stronger, a lot warmer now. You feel that heat start to build up. And again, lift, exhale, inhale, and lift, exhale, inhale. Two more. Open, one more. And open, knees into chest. Tuck them into your chest, lift the head and shoulders. We're going to go straight into our snow angel now. So from here, we're tucked into a ball, toes to the mat. Slide the feet out and round your arms. Circle them all the way around to the back and lengthen and stretch head to toe. Big deep breath. Feel that lovely stretch. And then straight back into your ball, nose to knees. And again, sweep wide. Inhale. And exhale as you come up. So this is a smooth movement. Again, really continuous, really fluid. Just work with the movement of the body as you're breathing. Inhale, exhale. Just working at a really nice pace. Suits you. Arms into ears here. And lift. Good. Squeeze in. And again, breath in. Breath out. And again. So this is a great movement. I love this. This is one of my favorites. Really lengthening and stretching and then contracting. Yeah. And bringing those muscle fibers in together to become stronger. One more. Lift and hold. Good. Bring the feet to the floor. Great job. Let the knees drop out to the side. Have a little breather for a moment. Let the hips rest and relax. Let the arms rest by your side. And if you want to close your eyes for a moment, do so. Just enjoy that nice break. Just notice the sound and journey of the breath when we do these little breaks and intermissions. Really focus on, just releasing any thoughts. Allow your mind to relax. Allow your nervous system to relax. That's great. All right, so now we're going to stay with our knees out, but I'd like you to tilt your pelvis now. So you're going to start to again engage the pelvic floor muscles, pulling up and in. Pull the navel down. Feel those muscles tighten. Inhale. And as you breathe out, like a deflating balloon, push all the air out. You can feel your muscles start to shrink, your rib cage starts to shrink down. Maintain that position now as you keep breathing. So now that part is ready, we're going to take the hands together and behind them. So just let your hands rest at the back of the head, your thumbs behind the ears. We breathe in and we lift the shoulders as we breathe out. Squeeze up and lower. Inhale, lift, exhale. Exhale. Great job. Squeeze. Good. You all look really great. See you working hard. Try and keep your elbows out. Don't be tempted to pull them in and pull the head with your hands. Okay, so you're not relying on your arms to lift your head and shoulders. You're relying on your abdominal muscles. Challenging. Done. Looking good. Keep that belly drawn in, chin away from the chest. Keep the head up. Your eyes need to look up and forward to the ceiling, and that way your neck isn't going to start to be pulling forwards. So even if you're coming up just a really small amount, that's okay. Okay, last one there. Now lift the head and shoulders up. We're going to stay up. Lift up. Ready? Take your right hand to your left knee, tap across. Center, take a breath in. Left hand to right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Use your fingertips to support the head. Good. There we go. Nice and easy here. Release the breath out and in. Lift the head up into the middle. Lift the shoulders up. Good. Now I want you to take both hands to both cross over both knees. Tap across and bring the hands back in. And then again, cross the hands and then bring them back in. Exhale, tap over. Inhale, exhale, tap across. So we're creating this little cross in the middle. Lifting shoulders, good. So we're aiming for the knees. Can we try and reach the knees, or is that asking too much? Squeeze and lift, good. One more, squeeze and lift. Now stay down, relax the head. And this time let your arms rest by your side and we're going to lift the knees in. Keep the soles of your feet together so then the knees stay out wide. We're going to bring them up and in. Squeeze them into the shoulders and then release. Take a breath in. Lift the knees up, squeeze into the shoulders, and lower. And as you start to lower, really be aware of your lower spine. As you start to peel the lower spine off the mat, and then as you curl down, you can really articulate vertebrae there, down all the way into the tailbone. And again, lift, knees in. Well done. You look really good, Max. You look great, Jane. Keep it up. Keep going. Come on, let's keep it up. You've got 4 more now to finish this. Knees into shoulders, release. Again, lift. And in. And these are stronger. We can feel them working hard. Lift in and release and down. Yes. Woo, great job. Knees together. Okay, let's sway the knees side to side. Bring the knees together. Take the feet out to the edge of your mat. So you're creating a triangle with the lower half of the mat. Yeah? Then push the right knee down to the floor. So you're kind of pulling that knee down towards your left foot. Press down as much as possible. Keep the hips on the floor. And then switch it and move the left knee down towards the right foot. And switch. Just moving the knees in and out. You all right, Laura? So the feet are wide, but the knees are touching in the middle when they're up, yep. And then all you're doing is you're pressing one knee down to the floor, then back up, and then the other knee back up. That's it. Really stretch there for front. Okay, release there, bring the feet in, bring the knees in, have a little hug of yourself now. Round the arms around the legs, tuck yourself in. And then release it, take the hands behind the legs, lift the head and shoulders up, and just allow the shoulders to sink back. So just bring the head and shoulders forwards, the chin towards the chest, and you're holding the hands together at the back, so your legs are acting as a lever. Feel that along the upper back of the shoulders. Great job. And then let's rock forwards into a sitting position. So sitting up on your mat with the legs out in front, sitting nice and tall, great job. So open your chest, lengthen the collarbone, allow the shoulders to drop back. Yeah. Remember, if you need a cushion or a block or a book, something to elevate your hips to take the pressure off your lower back, then grab it. Okay, we're just going to do some nice stretches here. So let's take the arms up, arms into ears, and we're going to fold forwards and reach down towards the feet and let the nose drop towards the knees. Good. Take a breath in. And then slide the hands up the legs, round the back and roll up into upright again. Lift, inhale and exhale. Slide in and breathing in. Sliding in and forwards. Good. Pushing the tailbone to the back wall. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Just work within your own range of movement. In. Forwards, nice. In. Great. Now let's bring the soles of the feet together here. Open the hips, grab your ankles, press your arms down onto the inner thighs and get that nice stretch in the inside leg and hip. Now here, I want you to lean forwards and look over your toes. So we're going to really get deeper into the hips. Up. Let's take the legs out to the side, creating a triangle now with the legs. Flex your toes, point your toes up to the ceiling. Try and get the knees straight. If you've got tight hamstrings, your knees are going to start to bend up here. So in that case, you bring the legs closer together, try and get them straight as possible. Stay there. Take a breath in, keep the back straight, shoulders back, chest up, and you're just going to walk your hands forwards, 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 forwards as you breathe out. And just go as far as you can manage without rounding your shoulders. You don't want your head to drop forwards. You don't want your back to roll here. Keep it long. Lengthen to the tip of the crown of the head here, up. And just hold as far as you can manage. So now you're going to feel this right in the inside of your thighs, in the adductor muscles here. Good. Maintain the stretch. Now at the same time, point and flex your toes. Point and flex. Point and flex. Good. So now your muscle fibers are lengthening, they're pulling, they're stretching all the way now from the Achilles, through the calves, into the back of the knees and into those hamstrings and inner thighs. So getting right into the lower leg now. Good. Slide the hand. Good job. That's challenging. Let's take the right leg into your thigh now. So creating like a little L shape with the legs here. And we're going to take your left hand onto your left lower leg. Now you can either take the hand to the calf, the ankle, or if you're able to, hold on to the sole of the foot or the toe. You can manage to hold the toe maybe. Do whatever you can manage to do, but you're trying to increase and lengthen and stretch and hold as best you can. So work within your own range of movement. Now this arm here is going to lift up, open the shoulder, look up at the sky. So your eyes look up, we breathe in, and now keep your head up. We're going to move the arm over the head. So your arm comes closer to your ear, and you're stretching right across. Good. Into the rib cage, into the hip, into the lower back, into the QL. QL muscle, big muscle, deserves a good stretch. Good, and release that side. Fabulous. Let's do that on the other leg. Tucking that foot towards you. Ready to hold on to your lower leg, hand to the ankle, or bring the fingers into the sole of the foot. And you might find that this side might be slightly tighter than the other side. You just do what you can. It might not be. It might be even more flexible. So let's take the eyes up and again just stretch, breathing out as we open along the rib cage, stretching over. Keep the head up. Breathe in deeply. Breathing, feeling those muscles lengthen, becoming longer with each breath. Look up at the sky. And release and down. Wow, great job. Now come round onto your hands and knees. Let's get ready to do a little cat stretch. We'll do a cat stretch. Wrists under shoulders, arch the spine. Chin to chest. Scoot the head forwards, look up. Exhale, rounding through. Exhale. So your tailbone and your pelvis are just tilting, rolling in and out. Well done. Release the back. Tuck the toes underneath. Now get ready to just come up onto the hands and feet. Push back into the heels again. To your down dog. Have a little pedal now. Just press the heels into the mat. Stretching. Use the hips here too. And then walk the feet in towards you. Walk, 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 walk. All the way in. Relax the arms, relax the head, shoulders. Again, just nod the head, yes and no. Release the neck. Release, release, release. Good work. Okay. Rolling up. Now let's breathe in and breathe out slowly. So really visualize this now. Lengthen your spine. Get those vertebrae to come back together. Shoulders. Jab. And just turning to face the front. Yes. Let's bring the hands to the shoulders. Circle the elbows around. Change direction. Let the arms go. Open chest. And as you breathe out, just release the breath. Let the arms flow forwards and lift. Inhale. Yes, once again, exhale forwards. We lift. And again. And lift. Breathing in everything that is good today. Positive energy, positive vibes. Breathing in health and happiness. Hands to heart.